Okie dokie. So we're going to come on over and let's roll down and see how our breathing is going today. And feel that lengthening of the spine as you roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And feel that ujjayi breath, that whispering sound on each exhale. And start to lengthen your arms out to the side a little bit more. And we'll do a few angel arms, reaching the arms out and up and stretch them. And keep using that slow breath. And just notice each arm and shoulder. Hopefully they're both lengthening out to the side. And we're going to do it one more time. And we're going to reach the arms up over our head. And let's lengthen the arms a little to the right as you turn your head to the right. And then over to the left. And back to the center, and we're going to gently bring the arms out and down. And let's put our hands on our low ribs and keep the breath going. Notice how the jaw is relaxing because our head is pressing into the bolster. And let's grab a hold or take our jaw in our hands and do some circles in our face. And just kind of loosen up anything tight in your face, the jaw, around the ears, whatever is feeling like it needs a little extra attention, even your hair, your scalp. And keep going. Take a few more moments to open up whatever is tight. And find something that's tight and just allow your thumbs to press into there and take a few breaths, kind of like pressure points. And then keep going. Maybe the thumbs underneath the eyes or above the eyes, underneath the anything on your face that's tight, sinuses, And let's take 3 more breaths. And then let's release the arms, and we're going to roll over to the right. And let's do those big arm circles super slowly. And you can even close your eyes and feel the opening right around your shoulder. And pretend your arm is going through jello, so it's really slow. And we're going to do one more slow arm circle. And hold the arm open. And 3 more breaths. And then we're going to bring our arm back around and face the bolster for our spinal twist. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then let's gently press ourselves up and take a couple of breaths and twist to the right. And then let's roll over to the left side and do the whole thing on this left side with our big arm circles going through jello. So slowing it down. And we're going to do one more super slow circle and hold the arm open. Just feel that gentle loosening up of all the fascia, all the way down through your side. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to bring the arm back around and do our twist so that the upper body faces the bolster, and breathe. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then we're going to gently press ourselves up and twist a little bit more to the left. And we're going to face the bolster and do our straddle. And just sit for a couple of breaths and feel the lengthening of the spine and roll the shoulders up, back and down. Take a deep breath and let's twist to the right. And then let's twist to the left. We're going to come to the center and forward fold. So we can put our forehead down on the bolster and release the jaw. Let's take 5 slow breaths. And then we're going to gently press ourselves up, put our hands by our hips and inhale and look up. And release as we take our right hand down to the right, left arm over. And just feel the side stretch. If it's too much on your neck, you can hold your head. And then we're going to go to the other side, left hand down, right arm over. And let's come back to the center. And now we're going to move our bolster on our right leg and lengthen toward the right foot and breathe. And 2 more breaths. And we're going to come on up. And let's keep our right arm down and take the left arm over. Another side stretch and breathe. And last deep breath. And let's slowly come on up and just feel as we take this breath in the center. And then we're going to move our bolster over to the left leg and do the same thing, lengthening forward and breathing. And 1 more breath. And now we're going to turn toward the left arm down and bring the right arm over. Another side stretch. And a few more breaths. And then let's come on up and take a breath So for a second, move the bolster out of the way, and we're just gonna sit cross-legged and put our hands on our ribs. So this is like that inner girdle. If you could roll your shoulders down and just for a few breaths, close your eyes and notice how that opens and closes with each breath, like the bellows in the fireplace. And then we're gonna forward fold, so you could take, if you want to, you could take this bolster in front of you. So we lengthen a little bit more and chin on the bolster and take 5 slow breaths with that same concept of opening and closing the ribs. So whatever position we're in, the inhales and the exhales are lengthening. And then we're gonna come on up and we're gonna twist to the right again, roll the shoulders down. Let's take our right arm up and lengthen toward the left leg. And we're gonna come back up and twist to the left. Let's take the left arm up and lengthen toward the right leg. And we're going to gently come back up. And let's come back to the center. We're going to lengthen our legs straight out and do a forward fold, so you could put your bolster on top of your legs and breathe. And see if you can slow down your breath and feel the pause between each breath. And then we're going to come on up and just feel as we're sitting up tall. Let's take our right ear toward the right shoulder. And then the other side, left ear toward the left shoulder. And back to the center. And even though our hands are right where they are, close your eyes for a second and feel like your hands are on your ribs. And we're feeling each breath, the opening and the closing of the ribs. And 3 slow breaths. Feel the feeling in the hips, that stability. And then we're going to gently open the eyes, and let's bring this bolster behind us for our back bend and the block underneath our head, so we can open the chest. And we're consciously elongating the spine. The head is supported, chin slightly tucked. And releasing any tension in the jaw. And the eyes are softly closed. We're visualizing our body opening. See if you can feel the pause between each breath. Feel the shape of your body on your mat. And feel where your body might not be opening. And send sparkling light into that area. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then we're going to stretch our arms out even farther on each side. And feel the fingers as you lengthen the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel like you're a big sun, radiating beautiful sparkling light. And we're going to gently bring the arms over our head and stretch. And roll to the right side and left arm over our head. And lengthen and breathe. If your body wants to open, feel the opening and just observe as you move. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And now let's turn to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. And the right arm comes over our head. You can bend it, you could feel whatever is going on in there all along the side. And breathe. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And we're opening up these channels in our body to allow the energy to flow through. And let's slowly, slowly come back to the side. Bring the right arm down. And we're going to sit up. And let's just sit cross-legged again, other leg in front. And just feel. You could have that bolster behind you. Feel the support and feel how the ribs are opening and closing. Now we're going to take our fingers and tap the chest, right on the clavicle bones, a little bit underneath. Just go around there and tap with your fingertips. It should sound kind of hollow. And keep going. And then release the arms down and just feel. Notice any difference. And then let's gently bring that bolster over to the side so we can roll down onto the mat. We're going to bring our knees to our chest and feel how the head is pressing down on the mat. You could shift the hips slowly side to side, make some circles, and just feel. Circle in the opposite direction. And let's put our feet down on the mat, and we're going to do our spinal twist. Knees to the right, turn the head gently to the left, and breathe. Release any tension from the jaw. And a couple more slow breaths. And then let's switch the legs, bring them over to the left for our spinal twist. Head gently rolls to the right. And a couple more slow breaths. And we're going to bring our legs back to the center, feet down. And let's start by bringing the right knee toward the chest. Extend the leg up and all the way through the heel. And we're going to keep going with the same leg, slowly, slowly, making that big bicycle. Notice how both hips are pressing down. And let's do 3 more. And last one. And let's put our right foot down and switch. Left knee in, extend the leg up and all the way through the heel. And we're going to do a few of these. So we're slowing it down so we feel how gravity is helping us with the hip. And a couple more. And last one. And then both feet are down. And let's slowly roll the hips up. And we're going to roll them up and down a few times, super slowly. And let's do one more. And we're going to this time hold the hips up. Take a few more slow breaths. And let's slide the bolster or your block, and we're going to slide it underneath the hips. So we've got a supported Setu Bandha. And take a few breaths here, feeling the evenness in the hips as they press into the bolster. Notice the shift of the breath. And then we're going to take our legs up and point and flex the feet. And make some circles with our feet. And let's circle them in the opposite direction. And then flexing the feet, open the legs out and slowly in. So we're always working with gravity, even doing this slowly. You can feel as we bring the legs together, we're kind of resisting the movement. Let's do two more. Press the hips down into the bolster. And then we're going to bring the legs back together and bend the legs 90 degrees. And open the knees out and slowly in. Feel the different part of how gravity has changed our position a little bit. And three more. And one more time. Legs back to 90 degrees. Right leg stretches straight out and bring it in, and then the left. So we're going to do a few of these slowly. And one more time to each leg. And then we're going to lift both legs straight up and just breathe here. Viparita Karani. Feel any draining of the legs, you can close your eyes and feel the stability in your hips, in your back. And remember that same breath we did with the ribs, just observing that. And we're slowing the breath down. And just like we did before, we're feeling that beautiful sparkling light coming into each cell of our body. Releasing any tension in the jaw. Feeling how that sparkling light is in our fingers and hands and arms and head and chest and hips, all the way through our legs and feet. We're feeling this embracement of this beautiful sparkling light for good health for each cell and molecule. And this light is all around us at all times. We're taking a few moments to feel this energy and feel this vitality. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And feel the presence of that light. And last slow breath. We're going to bend our legs and put our feet back on the mat. And continue those slow inhales and exhales. So now we're going to walk our feet together and cross the right knee over the left knee and roll the hips a little bit to the left to feel this deeper stretch in the right hip. And we'll come back to the center and switch. Left knee over the right knee. Roll the hips a little over to the right, just so you feel a nice stretch in the hip, in the outside of your leg, whatever you're feeling. As you breathe, and we're coming back to the center and uncrossing. Now we're going to cross the right foot over the left thigh and lift the legs up. And find an even deeper stretch into the glutes. And take 3 breaths. And then we're going to release and uncross. And let's try that on the other side. Left foot over the right thigh, lift the legs up. So both feet are flexed, and breathe. And then we're going to gently release and put the foot down and uncross. Now we're going to lift the hips up and move the bolster away from us so it's underneath the back of the legs. And let's reach the arms over our head and just put them where they're comfortable, maybe goalpost, and feel as you breathe. Feel these slow inhales and slow exhales. And a couple more slow breaths. And then we're going to gently roll over to the side. And we're going to sit up. And let's put the bolster down so we lay on top of the bolster with our belly and chin at the edge of the bolster. And feel these slow inhales, slow exhales. And the weight of the head pressing down. And see if you can completely let go here. Let the body become weightless so that you become the breath. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And let's do a few supported cobras, hands underneath our shoulders, And slowly inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. And let's do 3 more slow ones. And as we come down back to the bolster, let's reach our arms over our head and stretch and breathe here. Breathe into the whole spine for 3 breaths. And let's roll over to the right side. So we're on our right hip, but we're going to put our left leg and bend it and put it on the bolster and bring the left arm over our head so we open up in a twist and breathe. And a couple more breaths. And we're going to slowly go to the other side. So our right leg comes over the bolster and reach the right arm up and roll the chest open and breathe in a twist. And let's take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to gently release this posture. And let's come on over to a child's pose. And take a few breaths in this child's pose. And 3 more breaths. And before we come up, we're going to do a few supported iguanas. So we're going to reach forward. And so our hips come down, supported by the bolster as we look up, and back to child's pose, and do 3 more. So you can really feel this kind of back bend in the spine. And then let's press up to a downward dog and take a few breaths. And 2 more breaths. And now we're going to sit on our bolster and we're going to sit cross-legged. And let's see how our body feels. And we're just going to close our eyes, palms facing up on our lap, and feel. Feel that complete breath as you roll your shoulders down. And then let's twist to the right. And twist to the left. And we're going to come to the center and put our feet down on the mat. And let's lengthen forward and stretch. Release the head. And we're going to come back to the center, Baddha Konasana, feet together. You can hold your ankles. Let's gently look up and stretch the spine. And then head back to neutral and forward fold. And we're going to come back to the center and take our right hand down, left arm over. Another side stretch. And let's go to the other side, left hand down, right arm over. Feel the difference in your body. And we're going to come back to the center and we're going to sit cross-legged again, just comfortably. And let's bring our hands to our heart and just breathe here for a few more breaths. Feel the lengthening of the spine with each breath. We're wishing ourselves good health and harmony. And feel this peace extend to our homes, families, and communities. And extending even farther to our whole planet, to our brothers and sisters everywhere. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for coming today. I hope you feel good.
Thank you, Marion.
Thank you.
A magnificent hour. A magnificent hour.
I'm so glad you all are here. I really mean it.
Well, we're happy to have you too, girl.
Very good. Carol, have fun at the country kitchen.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
everybody.
Put whipped cream on those pancakes too.
Go for it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.